What did the Prime Minister know is that Theresa May was British Home Secretary when Libyan Islamist group members were allowed to travel unhindered across Europe. John Pilinger, whose latest film is The Coming War in China, joins me now. John, thanks for coming on. Before we go on to the unsayable, as you say in your piece, your reaction to the atrocity in Afghanistan, America's longest war, of course.
It's horrific, isn't it? But predictable. I mean, the extraordinary thing about Afghanistan, that Afghanistan was invaded on a lie. The devastation caused by the invasion in 2001 had this terrible ripple effect right across the country. So here is one of the 7 wars, the longest war that the West now has fought in the modern era, 16 years. One of Barack Obama's 7 wars. And what, Britain is still there, 500 troops. Why?
And it was, of course, Labour's war, albeit not...
Well, it was indeed Labour's war, and it was very much Tony Blair's war. It was one of his wars, and Gordon Brown's war. I mean, the 2 parties in this country, in terms of their voraciousness for a foreign policy that is violent, are sometimes indistinguishable.
Well, let's get to what Theresa May said of the Manchester atrocity. She said, "We struggle to comprehend it, but we can continue to take on and defeat the ideology that often fuels this violence." What did you make of what Theresa May said?
Well, it doesn't make any sense, because what the Manchester atrocity demonstrated, as indeed the July the 7th, 2005 bombing of the London Underground demonstrated, is that the rock of British foreign policy is briefly lifted, and we see the cause and effect. I mean, that's not an opinion. You only have to look at all the establishment organizations from Chatham House right through to the Joint Intelligence Committee. There is almost a unanimous understanding that what these atrocities like Manchester and London in 2005, what they have in common is that they are the product of British foreign policy, of being where we shouldn't be. And it's this basic truth, and it is a truth, that has become the unsayable in this election. The unsayable by Theresa May and the unsayable by Jeremy Corbyn. I mean,